He was more than just the architect of India's constitution. He was a revolutionary, a philosopher, and a fighter who rose against a system built to keep him oppressed. But did you know Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was once homeless in Baroda? That he suggested Sanskrit, not Hindi, be India's national language? Or that his last battle was not in politics, but in spirituality? Welcome to Silent World, where we uncover the untold stories of history's greatest figures. I'm your host, and today, we take you beyond the textbooks to reveal the lesser-known life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, his struggles, secrets, and sacrifices that shaped India. Imagine a classroom in British India. Young Bhimrao, a brilliant student, is sitting in the corner, thirsty. He can see the water pot, but he cannot touch it. Why? Because he is an untouchable. The teacher won't help, and the school peon, who is supposed to pour water into his hands, isn't around. This wasn't just one day. This was his life. But instead of breaking, Ambedkar made a decision: he would fight, and he would win. Years later, this same boy became the first Dalit to attend Elphinstone College in Mumbai. But what many don't know is, he almost never returned to India. I am going to tell you one secret is while studying at Columbia University in the US, Ambedkar considered settling abroad. He found a world where he was treated with dignity, where caste didn't define his worth. It was Sayajirao Gaikwad of Baroda who convinced him to return and fight for his people. Returning to India wasn't the homecoming he imagined. Despite his degrees from Columbia and the London School of Economics, Ambedkar was still treated as an outcast. He secured a job in Baroda, but the reality was humiliating. Another secret is Ambedkar was forced to live under a false identity just to rent a room. When the landlord discovered he was a Dalit, he was thrown out. For days, he had no shelter, wandering the streets of Baroda, sleeping on railway stations and park benches. This moment could have broken him. But instead, it made him stronger. 1947, India is free, and Ambedkar is given the greatest responsibility of his life, drafting the Indian Constitution. But what most people don't know is, he wasn't the first choice. Another shocking fact was Ambedkar originally suggested Sanskrit as India's national language, not Hindi. He argued that Sanskrit was neutral, had no regional bias, and could unite the country. But the proposal was rejected. Untold fact was Ambedkar's original draft of the constitution had provisions for Dalit representation in jobs and education, which were fiercely opposed by many politicians at the time. Frustrated by constant opposition, Ambedkar resigned as law minister in 1951, feeling that India's leaders were not truly committed to social equality. Dr. Ambedkar's final fight was not political, but spiritual. In 1956, he renounced Hinduism and embraced Buddhism, leading one of the largest mass conversions in history. But why? One more secret is he had studied over 30 religions and believed Buddhism was the only faith that aligned with his values of equality and rationality. In his last public speech, Ambedkar declared, "I was born a Hindu, but I will not die a Hindu." On 6 December 1956, just weeks after embracing Buddhism, he passed away. But his ideas lived on. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's story isn't just history, it's a lesson in resilience, intelligence, and the power of change. But now, I want to hear from you. Now, it's your turn to tell your experience. What surprised you the most about Dr. Ambedkar's life? Do you think Sanskrit should have been India's national language? Have you ever faced a struggle that shaped who you are? Share your thoughts on comment box. Follow us on Spotify so you never miss an episode.